Alright, so hopefully you've watched the trailer. If you haven't, please do. This is going to be an instructional video about how to turn most ships, any ship really, if it can hold cargo or has any space to fit a bomb in it, into a vehicle-borne improvised explosive device. So there's a couple rules to this. First, we'll just talk about atmospheric bombing, because this is about space bombing, so we're just going to briefly cover that. Atmospheric bombing, guys, if a Polaris or an Idris, any capital, is in atmosphere, that's a free kill, okay? You should not be having trouble with these guys. I don't know what people are doing. In space, yeah, they're kind of another issue solved, but in atmosphere, yeah, you know, it can be a little or it should be easy, I should say. All you need is a bomber. There's 3 types of bombs. One of these guys on top of a Polaris or Idris in atmosphere is really going to, that's it. It's going to disable it and drop it to the ground. 2 of them are absolutely going to destroy it, because that's more than 1 million damage. These do about 568,000 damage each. All right. Size 5 does about 46,000 damage, 46,702 if I'm not mistaken. So you just need about 2 of these. 1 of these in the sweet spot will be good enough. And these at 27,000 damage, size 3, you only need 2. Surprisingly, 2. Many people think it's more. You just need 2. Now, when I say that, you got to hit the sweet spots, and the sweet spot is huge, so don't worry about that. It's just the rear back of the ship, okay? The big football field-sized rear of the ship, both of them. If you hit that with the size 3 bombs, 2 of them, what's going to happen is it's going to either tear off the engines or shut down the components. They can repair them. All right, so that's the counter to that. I've had one guy do it in all of my bombings. I've killed hundreds of Polaris and Idrises through bombs in space and in atmosphere. Well, one man has repaired his and flew away. And it's actually the guy that I made the video on how to bomb a Polaris. Like 15 or 20 minutes later, I was kind of circling because I didn't go down. I didn't have any more bombs. And he was able to repair his components and fly away, which I thought was pretty cool. I mean, hey, credit where credit's due. Didn't even know that existed, but it does. So props to him. Give him a shout out in game if you ever see him. Good pilot. Taught me something that day. So anyways, it doesn't take a lot to kill any Idris or Polaris in atmosphere. You should not be having trouble. Don't do it, guys. Don't have trouble. Which brings me to this ship right here. If you don't have a Gladius, it's time to get one. If you PvEers out there are wondering what PvP ship to get, or maybe you're a PvPer and just looking for the next ship to buy and you don't have this, I recommend you get it. It's only like 2.2 million or so at Warville, but in this configuration you're seeing here, it has insane power projection. I don't really think it's equal to any in the game, because it can kill any ship. Maybe a capital, I guess, because they can kind of kill any ship, I guess, you know. So, yeah, but this is kind of the same. It can dogfight if you're good enough, right? Skill required. Any ship in the game, big, small, medium, whatever. With the size 3 hard points, 3 of them with NDBs, you have more than enough DPS, 75 ammo to dogfight anything in the game if you're good enough. The Gladius itself, one of the most maneuverable ships in the game, so it can dogfight with the best of them. With the 4 bomb loadout, what you're bringing to the table is the ability to kill capitals anytime, anywhere. In atmosphere, all right? In space bombing, you can do that too, but you're going to have to pull them off the rack, all right? Because there's rules to this game in space bombing. The Gladius is not a vehicle-borne IED. It's just not. It's if you're looking for that, that's not what it is. What this is just something to have in your arsenal to bomb. A lot of people think you need an A1 or A2. I have them. You do not need them. I find myself really just taking out a Gladius most of the time to pull the bombs off in space, or if I'm bombing in atmosphere. This is obviously the first ship I pull, because this is the best bomber in the game to me. When it goes in ranking, in order of best bombers, really A2 is at the top, because it can drop one big old bomb that does, you know, 568,000 damage. The next bomber in line is the Gladius, because it can drop 4 of these size 3s for about 108,000 damage, which is massive. So it beats out the A1. It can only stagger drop those size 5s, so you're not getting those detonations all at once. This is going to give you 108,000 damage all at once in one drop when you prime these bombs. Now, if you're looking for like a tutorial on how to do that, I do have multiple videos. There's a ghost video that I made, but the important part about that is it shows you how to combine all your hotkeys. Your missile hotkeys, your bomb hotkeys, and your increased number of armed hotkeys. You can make all into one button, so it makes bombing and increasing missiles and bombs, things like that, very, very easy, very simplified. So if you need to know how to do that, head over to the ghost video and do that. I'll put it in the comment below, whatever. Anyway, about me, I just kind of make instructional videos. I've been streaming Star Citizen, well, I haven't, but I used to in 2018. And, you know, I was part of V.B.I.E.D. I used to test things. My shtick was kind of finding weird game mechanics, cheese, if you will, you know, through EMP, missiles and rockets. At one point we were taking rockets off a Mustang Delta and putting them on a Gladius with a bunch of railgun mass drivers. And this is back when they didn't need to charge, but you could shoot them all at once. It was really cool. Exploded a lot of people very violently, very instantly. And then I kind of quit for a long time because, you know, 3.5 wasn't my shtick. They changed the flight model, and it just seemed to kind of slow down. Came back recently when I found out there was 700 player servers, and I found out they were putting in bombs in the game, and I came back in the patch where they added the bomb racks and the flight blades to the store. Everybody was outraged. Like you, I was angry, so mad that I went and bought bomb racks and flight blades. I did, I bought them. Best buy I ever bought in Star Citizen, way better than a ship. Let me tell you, the bomb racks, not the blades. The blades kind of, you know, whatever. But, you know, that said, I do use the speed blade on the Gladius for bombing. So, okay, comes in handy. Yeah, so bought the bomb racks. Best thing I ever did. Immediately put them on the Gladius and started bombing and having fun. All I do is do the event sites, the Hathor, Lazarus. As exec hangar, I've been doing most recently, most of my time, like 99% of my time. But if it's like an event, you know, where there's PvP involved, I'll probably be around those areas. It's more an organic experience, plus it gives me the ability to do cool things with bombs. I like sharing bombs with people. You guys should. I don't see enough bomb usage, you know, and I feel like we should get that message out there. Bombs are really just space hugs, and I want to give them to you. So, without further ado, this is how to turn any vehicle into a V.B.I.E.D. So, yeah, when I came to Star Citizen and I came back and I bought bombs, all I wanted to do was put bombs in a ship and then blow up that ship and a lot of other things with it, mainly your ships. But that dream, well, it's not as easy because, you know, developers do things to prevent people like me from doing things. Now, let's talk about bombs and priming them. All these bombs have the same amount of health. It's 1,000 HP across the board, no matter what damage they do. This bomb has 1,000 HP, the size 3 has 1,000 HP, the size 5 has 1,000 HP, 1,000 HP, okay? Most missiles and rockets, 1,000 HP. Torpedoes, 1,000 HP, right? You see the message across 1,000 HP. Now, I only know how to prime a bomb with the P8. It's 15 shots plus 6 for 21 shots total, and that leaves about 2 shots to go. So really, it's 23 shots to explode. I do it to 21. All right. We're gonna go and reload some ammo here. Now, you can see your bomb's health by just tractor beaming it. You can see it right above the Colossus name. It's a little sliver of red. That's how much we've taken it down to, right? And this is what my circle of friends call a primed bomb, if you will. This bomb has been primed, and it is ready to go in 1 or 2 shots. Now, when you put it back on a ship, you are going to have some variance because of the shields. So sometimes the shields will absorb bullet, sometimes they won't. So it can be more than just 2 shots to explode this. Now, theoretically, if this works, fun times are going to happen. That's going to explode. That has a radius of 250. That has a radius of 100. Well within everything here. I'm right next to it. So I die, everything else dies, and the video is over. Alright. Well, didn't happen. Okay. So that's where my dream kind of ended, and I was just like, ah, can't do that. Of course they thought of that, right? And then one day, the Prowler came on sale, and I melted a bunch of ships, and I got it. Hate me. I don't care. I wanted it because I needed what I thought was a ship with a tractor beam, because I was distorting a lot, and when you distort people, you need to grab them with a tractor beam, otherwise they just keep floating, and you have to wait for them to stop, which can take 20, 30 minutes. Alright, so, you know, I was like, man, I need this. You don't need this, and I'll show you the poor man's Prowler here in a second. You don't need the Prowler. The Prowler is just cool because, you know, it makes a statement. I mean, look at these bombs, right? Come on, Prowler pilots, be happy about this. Be happy. Have you ever done this? Like, why wouldn't you do this? If you're a Prowler pilot, why haven't you put bombs on it like this? What are you doing? Like, what are we doing, guys? Alright, anyways, so this is the other test I'm going to show you. And this is the one that you need to pay attention to. So, we have a size 5 bomb over here. We have a bunch of size 3s. This one's primed. And over here, next to it, we have a black cutlass with a size 10 bomb in it. Alright, now that bomb does not snap on the grid, it's just sitting there. But the door's open, right? Right? It's gonna explode, right? So now I'm well within range of both that size 5 bomb and that size 10 bomb. I am out of range of the size 3s because those take, or those are a 40 meter radius. Alright? We got to go on here. Slide over so we can get a shot at the actual bomb. It's primed. I don't think we're hitting it. I think the ships are going to get in the way. I'm pretty sure my ship is getting in the way. That's okay, we'll just swap. Technical difficulties, right? Just Prowler things. Alright. Moving along. Take 2, big explosion. Wow, massive. So cool. Ah, much better. Okay. Now, did you catch it? Because I'm only going to show you this a couple of times, maybe once. Alright, so size 5 bomb obviously did not detonate. Size 10 bomb obviously did not detonate. They're gone because they kind of exploded, but they exploded within the ship. As you saw over there, the size 5 and the size 10s are contained. The size 3s are not contained. Not contained. Now, you can't do it on a rack. This is the other issue. You can just put them in a ship. You can put them on a cargo grid, but you cannot do it from a rack. Like this is, that bomb right there is primed. We're gonna try to see how like the shield is just absorbing it. Can't do it. Alright. Even if you could, I believe it would just blow off the wing. Now, if you take this off, you just drop it down here, and you shoot it, it's going to explode, it's going to detonate the Gladius. These bombs will not daisy chain, okay? These bombs will not daisy chain. In fact, they'll still be intact on pieces of the ship, which you can pull off later. I kind of use this tactic to store bombs at the exec hangar. I will bring a Gladius and just park it because I'll have like size 10s everywhere, and you have to get really far away from size 10s, guys. You get 250 meters in space is a long way to EVA. It's definitely a long way to carry bombs back and forth and hide them somewhere. So what you can do is you can just bring them on a ship, leave the ship right in the bomb field, and when it explodes, the bombs will still be intact on the hard points, and you can pull them off for later use. So while they don't explode off the rack, you can kind of save, or you use that to save bombs, if you will, which is kind of cool. All right, so again, size 3s make your ship a vehicle-borne IED. I mean, you can put size 3s in this right here, fly up next to a ship, turn around, get out of your seat, and shoot it. You can do it in a Mantis, as you've seen in the as you have seen in the trailer video. Hopefully you've watched that. If you haven't, what are you doing? Why are you here? And then, of course, you can definitely use a cutter. When it comes to the smallest ships to move size 10 bombs, obviously you're looking at one of them right there. It's the cutter. Really small ship. It can move 2. And then there's another ship, and this is the other ship I wanted to kind of explain to you guys. You don't need a Prowler. You don't need a Prowler, guys. What you need is a 315.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Please visit us again.
Right. This ship is the ship that I never knew I needed or wanted in Star Citizen. It's great. It's got everything it's needed. It's got a cargo bay. In that cargo bay, it'll snap on like 2 size 5s and 6 size 3s. It's got like 12 SCU down there. Or what if I told you you can put 1 size 10 bomb in it? Put 1 size 10 bomb in it. And what's really cool about it is you can store it, and it will come up with that size 10 bomb in it. There is persistence in this game, whether you believe it or not. With bombs, at least there is. And hey, whatever. So, here it is. And there she is. She's poking through a little bit. Now, you can fly when it's like this. The way you do this, guys, is you just first you take both of these down. All right. I always put the bomb in from the rear of the ship, and I put it in backwards like this. What you're going to do is just kind of set it right here, like that. And you want a lot of space right here. That's key. Alright, you want a lot of space right there, because this is going to kind of go up. If you put nose first, the nose kind of falls through this section. You also want that little platform right there facing downwards. And then what you do is you just basically get in the ship. You don't use those buttons. And you're just going to use the close all command hotkey. And it'll basically put this bomb straight up in there. So I'm going to just close it. And there it is. And yeah, I can fly with this and everything.
Launch complete. Shield system inactive.
As far as why this ship is useful, a lot of you, I don't know if you know this, but you can fly with the tractor beam, which means you can move bombs. More importantly, you can stop ships if you distort them. A lot of people probably don't know how to do that. Right now, this would be just your normal mode. If you hit M, you can go into the I guess it's manually aiming your... Let's see if I can grab something here. There we go. It's kind of right below the crosshair. You can kind of manually grab something and then fly around with it. So, and this will stop ships. You can grab ships with this. You can pick them up. If they have their shields off, you can just pick up a ship like this and then steal it. You know, if a guy is landing and disabling or unloading cargo and he has his shields off for some reason, you can grab his ship and just run away with it. There's no reason not to. But yeah, when you distort something down, you're going to need a 315P or a Prowler just to come in, because they're the only ships, as far as I know, that can actually use the tractor beam in the pilot seat. So making these pretty cool. This ship itself is really cool because, I mean, you can do a lot with this. This tractor beam, you can actually move the bomb from within to, if I were to call that bomb down, I could grab it, pull it out, and then place it somewhere or fly around with it out front of me, you know? That's 100% doable. So you got to go kind of slow because the ship tractor beams aren't as good as the new handheld tractor beams. CIG, if you're watching this, please change the ship tractor beams just like the
Landing
handheld ones,
complete.
because that would be awesome. Really help me out a lot. Because the ship ones are still a little bit noodly, and not like this. These new ones are great. These new ones are actually really good for space curling bombs. You just get a little momentum, and you just let go, and then they'll fly. You can curl bombs with ease in space with these new tractor beams. It's really good and convenient. All right, so hopefully this has been an instructional video on how to space bomb. Again, guys, size 3 bombs work. This is not something new. This has always been in the game. This is kind of like, I guess, that bug where everybody's taking everybody's weapon by incapacitating them. That's been in the game for like 4 patches. A buddy and I used to use that in LAS to incapacitate groups because you could just infinitely respawn there. So we would end up having to take their weapons to get them to basically reset. Otherwise, it's just, you can go on for hours there in a respawn battle. So like, again, that's been in the game for like 4 patches. This has been in the game probably ever since bombs were introduced into the game. I don't think anybody really realizes it, but yeah, size 3 bombs you can put inside of a ship, your favorite ship, sit it right next to you, prime it, you know, and then when you pull up next to somebody, get out of your seat and shoot that bomb and make magic happen, you know. I'm tired of seeing guys getting, you know, befuddled by capital pilots. I've never been scared of a capital pilot. I've never been scared of a capital because I found this out very quickly, and I've been using it ever since. So whenever I see a capital, I'm just like, I'm gonna go blow it up, and usually I do. So yeah, to me they're just liabilities and giant space coffins and a waste of money. So this might get nerfed. Obviously this is going to get nerfed because it's going to upset a lot of capital pilots. They spend a lot of money, and you're just going to have to spend about 40,000 UEC to kill them. So they don't like that, but hey, it is what it is, right? CIG, hey, you know, if you do nerf this, you owe me an in-game plushie, a bomb plushie. You owe me that. But anyways, hope everybody enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you learned today how to kill capitals in space with unconventional methods. Be a hero, be a martyr, dine in Valhalla. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy.